Once again, it's a privilege to be welcome into your homes. Today we are reading from Matthew chapter 9, verse 1 to 8. After entering a boat, Jesus made a crossing and came into his own town. And there people brought to him a paralytic lying on a stretcher. When Jesus saw their faith, he said to the paralytic, "Courage, child, your sins are forgiven." At that, some of the scribes said to themselves, "This man is blaspheming." Jesus knew what they were thinking and said, "Why do you harbor evil thoughts? Which is easier to say, 'Your sins are forgiven,' or to say, 'Rise and walk'? But that you may know that the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins," he said to the paralytic, "Rise, pick up your stretcher and go home." He rose and went home. When the crowd saw this, they were struck with awe and glorified God, who had given such authority to men. It can seem strange to us that the first words Jesus speaks when the paralytic is brought to him are, "Courage, my child, your sins are forgiven." We would have expected Jesus to heal him immediately of his physical paralysis. This he went on to do, but Jesus first addresses himself to the man's need for spiritual healing. Jesus recognized that this was as great a need for the man as his need for physical healing. Many of us need some form of physical healing, especially as we get on in years. Yet we all need spiritual healing at every stage of our life's journey. Jesus is the great mediator of God's forgiveness to us. He speaks of himself in the gospel as the Son of Man who has authority on earth to forgive sins. The title, Son of Man, is one that Jesus often uses with reference to himself. It is a title that is only found on the lips of Jesus. No one in the gospel story ever uses it of him. It can mean Son of Humanity, and therefore highlights that Jesus is human in every respect, like us in all things but sin. The title can also have a more elevated sense. In the book of Daniel, the Son of Man is a glorious figure to whom God gave an everlasting kingdom. In the time of Jesus, many Jews look forward to the coming of this glorious heavenly Son of Man. The title Son of Man can relate to Jesus in his humanity and in his glorious state. The risen, glorious Lord continues to have authority on earth to forgive sins today. He will always respond to our need for spiritual healing if we approach him recognizing our need for this form of healing. Dear friends, he continues to say to us today what he said to the paralytic, "Courage, my child, your sins are forgiven." We all need to hear such words on a regular basis in the course of our lives. Shalom. Peace.